Hi, this is Trey Pastor. As promised in my vlog, I went to see two movies. Um, the first movie I went to see is Life. This movie is a sci-fi horror thriller. Uh, this movie stars, of course, Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, Rebecca Ferguson, uh, and a cast of a couple of other people. Basically, this story is basically about six astronauts on the International Space Station. They study and they collect a sample from Mars that that basically proves that there's life beyond Earth. Okay, and of course during their experimentation on it, they discover that actually this thing is alive, of course, and unintentional consequences happen. And this movie, uh, to me, was a really intense thriller, horror thriller, and just it really basically because this organism, like you see the trailer, you see this, basically this is not really a spoiler. You see this thing actually starts to fight back, okay, and what goes on from that point forward is just an intense, like I said, horror thriller, and basically about these scientists basically trying to stop this thing from spreading. And to say this movie is intense is an understatement. This movie was a lot more intense and horror than I expected it to be. And boy, was it intense. I mean, there's a tension all the way through it and a horror all the way through it. That, these six people, I mean, you get to know them a little bit, not too much, but you get to know the basics just of their backstories, of most of their backstories and stuff. And so you do care about what happens to these people, and what happens to these people is just intense and scary, and it makes for one of the best horror sci-fi thrillers that I've seen in a while. And like I said, there's a tension all throughout it that just gets you on the edge of your seat while you're watching it, and you go, "Oh my God, what's going to happen next?" And it really is intense, and great job by the actors. Ryan Reynolds is usually jokey self in this, and of course, Jake Gyllenhaal is a guy that's been. I think they say his character is about to set the record for most times being in space. Of course, and then Rebecca Ferguson is the commander. I think she is the commander, and she's really good as well. And then you have uh, an actor named Ian Beckar. He's like the scientist who basically is interacting with the organism. And then you have like a Russian girl there as well, and I think a Japanese scientist as well. And like I said, you have these six people, and you do care what's happening to these people. And as the horror unfolds, you just, like I said, you're sitting there intense wondering what's going to happen next, and it's really worth watching and just intense and frankly one of the best horror movies I've seen in a while. Uh, it just happens to take place in space. So I'm gonna give Life. I I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, just because the intensity of it and what happens is intense and scary and full of tension, and you're sitting up watching it, wondering what's gonna happen next. And when that movie grabs your attention like that, and you're wondering what's gonna happen next, to me that's a good movie. So I'm gonna give Life an 8 out of 10. Okay, just because the intensity. Okay, and that's it. And of course, you've seen the horror in space kind of aspect with Alien, but I think this is some similar, but it's intense. Uh, it's really intense. And okay, so again, 8 out of 10 for me for Life. Anyway, if you've seen Life, let me know what you think of it. Feel free to leave comments down below, and if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my other channel, Paul's Reviews and Opinions, in the description box. Please check those out as well. This is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.